Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Paul Nurkla, aka NurkFPV, and we are getting some fun extra audio coming through here. Hopefully that's not being too distracting, but what's up and welcome to the FPV Livestream, yet another episode of the FPV Livestream. I'm Paul Nurkla, aka NurkFPV, and tonight we are building the ShenDrones Gordo. Mr. Andy Shen and I have been, he's been helping me with some cinematic projects, and he sent me out a Gordo as something that's just totally apart from what we've been doing, something totally separate, something totally apart from the work that we've been doing on, so that we can just kind of have some fun together. So we are building up the Gordo tonight to make sure that we have, just sorry, I lost my train of thought. I start trying to read questions while I'm talking, and it just never works. Anyway, so somebody asks, are you rocking the Think Tank FPV heli pack? Yes, get one. It's absolutely worth it. Use the affiliate links in the description below, please. My dog better be in frame the whole time. No, but that's a good idea. I should get like a dog cam or something like that. It's like she has to come hang out. Never too late to get in the hobby. Yes, I agree. Love the behind the goggles. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Try a Flynoceros frame. I have tried a Flynoceros frame. Anyway, so we are going to build the ShenDrones Ichabod. I'm going to tell you all about it here in a second. Before I get going, if you are new to the FPV live stream, that's me and this show essentially. We're just building drones live on the internet. So I'm going to be walking you through everything from ground to finish. I'll probably even freaking show you how to build the drone, and I might even fly it here a little bit. We'll see. There's not a whole lot that I can do about that. So that is what we are going to be doing. This is it. This is the Ichabod. But the problem is the TPU on it is green, so I can't show it on screen. That's actually really freaking cool looking. Anyway, oh, it would look even better. Like there's these hold on. There's these little TPU mounts. So like even the tips can disappear. That's funny. Anyway, so this is the Ichabod, not the Ichabod, the freaking what is this? This is the Gordo. And let's go ahead and build it. All right. I'm going to go over to new invisible quad. There we go. Okay, so this is the Gordo here. The Gordo has, well, hold on. Let me tear some things apart here before we get going. I'm digging through tools. Give me a second. It's freaking funny though with the invisible quad. Let me just take this off so you can see what it looks like here. I have to take this off anyway at some point. Kira just ran away. She was like, what is going on? Yo, change your screen. Left my ass off. Almost there. Okay, there we go. We got our top off, boys. Okay, so this is the Gordo. Super duper simple. I just realized that I forgot my FPV cam upstairs, but that is not important right now. What is important is that we're building quads on the internet for fun. So this is the Gordo. Essentially, it's just 4 arms and 2 plates. Super simple, dead simple. You can replace the arms without replacing the stack, which is great. I'll have to figure out a way to get screws inside there to get at the stack. So I might have to do a partial disassembly, which is a little bit annoying. I wish that like on some frames, like the manufacturers actually go ahead and take these holes here and cut them nice and wide so that you can fit your whole screw in through there, and then you can access and put in the screw late. I actually think even the Ichabod, which is another ShenDrones frame, has that feeling. So 5S build, no, How much is it? I don't actually know the price. I should have looked that up. The link to the actual machine is in the description below, so hopefully you can find that information over there on the ShenDrones site. Drill the bottom plate. No, I'm too lazy. But anyway, so I guess, yeah, so we'll have to cross that bridge here in a second. I might have to run upstairs and grab some more screws really quick, but this is the way that we're going. So for motors, we are using, so this is going to be a 4S build actually. So I have realized that I've got a ton of like 4S stuff sitting around still, and I don't want to move away from everything completely. You know, so like what I'm going to do is I'm making everything 6S capable in case I decide to go 6S with it later, and then I want to eventually then create, or then if I have the desire to go 6S later, if 4S isn't enough for me, it will be. But this is going to be a 6-inch freestyle drone for me. That's the goal. I want it to haul the GoPro Hero 6 around just fine. Woo. That's not going to get old. I want to, so I have all this extra gear, all this 4S gear around, and I want to be able to reuse it. So I have chosen to use these custom KV 2200 KV F60 Pro V2s. These are freaking crazy good motors. I love all of the T-motor stuff, obviously, but specifically I love the F40 Pro V2 F60s, which they're just awesome. So hopefully on 4S 2200 kV 6-inch, it's going to be a bit of a monster. This is a Lumineer gate breaker 6-inch prop. Those are what I'm going to be using the most. What do you like more, racing or freestyle? I like a lot of both. I wouldn't say that I have a preference necessarily, but most of my best memories are from racing. So maybe that answers the question. It's it's kind of a factor of like, this is, the best memories that I've made in FPV have been at races. But that being said, like, I've had a lot of really good times freestyling as well. There's, for example, the train incident and some of the opportunities that freestyle has created. So, grab one more motor here. I'm just gonna empty out all of these parts here into boxes so that I don't lose them. I use a run cam box for screws too. That's awesome. Yeah, they're perfect for it. What frame would be better for 6-inch props over 5-inch? This one! Go check it out in the description. Who is your favorite freestyle pilot? Man, that's a tough question. I like a lot of different things, and it kind of depends on the day. Like if I want to watch a vlogger, there's an answer. If I want to watch something else, it changes around, man. Could be anyone on any given day. So I'm going to dodge that question. How do you like that? Then for control, we're going to use a brand new fresh Hobby Wing stack. Got our, I hate pulling these out, 40 amp ESC and the flight controller that comes with it. And then it also has some, accessories, screws, that sort of thing, which go right into our screw box. Box for screwing. What? Who said that? Did you say that? Somebody say that? No, it's me. Okay. Just say me. You know you want to. That's awesome. The rest of that we don't need. Get out of here. And we'll set those aside because we will need them. Bring the frame back over. Hard pass on the question. Yeah, that is exactly what that was. I'm going to leave the motors on. And then, so the problem that I have right here is that in order to get the stack on, I've got to feed these screws through, But like if I go through the very bottom plate, it doesn't give me enough length for what I need. So instead I would rather go through the top plate, but to do that I have to take off the bottom plate, which kind of stinks. So we'll just do a quick disassembly here. Wish I could see what you're doing, Nurk. What? What do you mean? DRL live event stalker here. This one doesn't have interlocking arms. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless I'm doing something wildly wrong. Lots of requests to drill the bottom plate. There, we'll bring this back a little bit. I was just hoping not to like have this camera like pointed in my lap the whole time. You know, sometimes I get excited on stream and I don't want to have to share that to you guys. You're currently working on a frame that looks like an avocado? What does that mean? When did you get booted out of the race at Hawks yesterday? I noticed you were napping on the job. I fell asleep before I got kicked out, in my defense. And the first run after I woke up, because I basically went from like sleeping to flying in one motion, was a little rough. Like, I hope I have the DVR for it because it was freaking hilarious. So, like, Jaws like came up to me afterwards and was like, "That was probably the scariest flight I've ever seen in my life," because I was just all over the place. But yeah, it was pretty funny. So that being said, you know, my first of the double elimination runs went pretty poorly. God dang it. And the second, then I won, and then I had to do one more semifinal to get into finals. And in that race, I had one mistake that sent me back to the back of the pack, and I had to work my way back up. I got really, really, really close to working my way in. Like over a series of like 3 laps, I gained like 12 seconds or something like that, and crashed in the last lap. Because I was just pushing it so hard I had to catch, and that was just the way it went. When did you start racing freestyle? I've been flying since May 15th, 2015, and I've been racing since mid-June 2015. So, and I guess I've been freestyling ever since, the whole time? I don't know. Okay. So I need to make sure that once this is fully assembled, everything's going to fit. So I'm going to dry fit some things. So I'm putting a standoff here to make sure that I end up below the top plate. And then I've got, it comes, this stack comes with these nice long screws, if I can get them off. They go all the way through. And then there's these spacers. Nope, that's not the spacer. This is the spacer. That goes all the way down. I'm just going to put one on each side. You crashed in the ditch near the back of the field. Yes, that is roughly where I crashed. Nurk, I met Mr. Steele here in Austin, Texas, and 32 bits. Nice. And then it also comes with these other spacers, which go in between. And then the flight controller sits on top of that. Which, again, this is just a quick dry fit, so don't worry about anything because it's not gonna stay like this for very long. If I do this without breaking anything. And then what I'm hoping is that this will leave us enough room on top to put in a third stack. And it looks like it will. Because I've got this prototype, or this board from White Noise FPV. That this is a Crossfire Nano here, and then a Unify 5-volt, which will do 5 to 800 milliwatts. And then I want it to. Eventually, what I want is for it to rest in on top of this stack, and also fit underneath the top plate, which that's looking pretty tight right there. If I could. Which way do I need to? There we go. You gotta look relative to that standoff. But it looks like the flight controller needs to go down a little bit lower than it is, which these are, or the ESC needs to go. These things here are twice as thick as like little nylon nylon nuts. It doesn't look super thick, but they are a little bit thicker. So that will help move things down, and then I think I can make some standoffs that will fit even better. So let me run upstairs really quick and grab a couple things and just make sure that we've got the right sizes. I'll be right back. Bear with me. And we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I got two things. First, I got a bunch of standoffs. Second of all, I got these bolts, which are too long. You kidding me? That's never been a problem. Okay. Oh, I see why. Okay, so these will go through here, and then I gotta run Okay, so I've got a nylon nut that I'm screwing down into the metal screw that comes with the Hobbywing stack. Green screen is awesome. Yeah, the green screen just, it adds this level of like professionalism almost. It's really funny. But yeah, when does DRL start this year, and is it still on ESPN? I believe it starts airing in September, is what I've been told to tell people. And yes, it will be on ESPN, as well as on a bunch of other networks for different companies and stuff. Or countries, not companies. Might be a stupid question. What does BG mean? I assume it means Banggood. The Emax Hawk 5 took it to a multi-GP race yesterday. Didn't break a prop, but of course I wasn't pushing it. I was only a practice multi-GP racer. Nice. Hawkfly, the Emax Hawk 5 looks pretty sweet. I haven't gotten to actually fly one myself, but it looks like it would be pretty sweet. Thanks for the great videos, Nurk. You got me into FPV quads. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cost you that much money. This is my bad. But hopefully you're having fun and meeting cool people. Because that's what it's about, right? Meeting people and hanging out, flying, all that stuff. This is good. Alright, I'm almost done screwing on stream. How much was the total for this build? That I do not know the answer to. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I already had around, so I didn't like part it out ahead of time. Okay, so now we finally got those back on, so we can reassemble the frame, for which we need these longer screws. So we got essentially a bottom plate, an arm, and then the mid plate, and the mid plate is where all of our electronics will mount. And so to make it easy, I'm just going to put the standoff on here for now. And then where's the other motor arm? Here it is. Ding, ding. Come back. Whoa, what is going on with my face? That's funny. Hey Nurk, have you flown the ShenDrones Rapture frame? No, I've always wanted to though. I just have never taken the time to like invest in building one and trying it out and all that kind of stuff. Like, it just is a time-consuming process. So I asked my girlfriend to prom with my 5-inch yesterday. I hope we're still talking about your quads and not something else. Hi, in your latest FPV vid, you said you used a lower kV motor. If you used a higher kV, will it affect ESC since it's rated up to 5S? That is the working theory, yes. Have you tried butterfly yet? No, I haven't. That's on the roadmap, but I wanted to get a Helio flight controller before, and I just haven't taken the time to like go out and shop for one and all that stuff. Which I also kind of assume that they're like all out of stock because the FPV show talked about it so much, and he was on and all that stuff. Like, it's the hype. So it's like I kind of just have assumed that I'm not going to be able to get my hands on one for a while. But, you know, when I do, I will. That sort of thing. Ugh. Man, this is... I'm making a boring stream here so far. I apologize. Didn't remember to do this process ahead of time. That Immoral T, though, I thought you flew Futaba. I do fly Futaba. Crossfire is supported on Futaba now. Are you planning on being at Flight Fest East? I am not planning on being, but I'm going to make a distinct effort to get there. I missed out last year. I felt bad about it. Hey man, what frame is this? It's the ShenDrones Gordo. Everything that we're building with is in the description. What would you recommend for beginner FPV? Maybe a tiny one. What kind of equipment to get started? I definitely recommend Tiny Whoops. I recommend stuff that you won't break / won't kill anyone while you're learning. So yeah, Tiny Whip would be a great place to start. And I'm sure that somebody, including Tiny Whip themselves, sell a kit with everything that you need to get going. The Fat Shark 101 kit is actually pretty good too, and you can just plug it in and go. And you'll be able to take that radio and goggles and use it on the next machine that you do. So if you're interested in something like that, all ready to go, that is definitely a good option. And it's actually pretty durable. Like, it's not the strongest thing in the world, but it gets the job done for sure. Do you whoop in acro? No, I do not. I actually prefer Tiny Whoops in either angle or horizon mode. Radio in a sim is also a great idea. Yeah. Would you ever switch to FreeSky? No, I switched from FreeSky. I saw everybody's comments about the Helio being on sale at RMRC and Race Day Quad, so I will, after the stream is over, I'll probably go take a look, actually. Do you practice using turtle mode? Yeah, I guess I do practice. I mean, I practice with turtle mode enabled, but I do not practice turtle moding, if that's what you're asking. What's the most inexpensive radio to get in the game? Not a Futaba? Whoa. Sometimes the green screen just goes fucking crazy. It's hilarious. Okay. Now, because these wires are bugging me, I'm going to go ahead and start by getting rid of those. So I'm going to use race wire on this build, because I like it a race wire. Oh, I forgot a knife. And zip ties. Oh, man. I always realize stuff. I'm going to go get a knife and zip ties. I'll be right back. My bad. So I'm testing out having my live streaming set up like permanently installed down here so that I can just have room for it. But the stopgap works 10 times better than RaceWire. That's pretty funny. And if you're not aware why that's funny, it's because the same guy makes both. The RaceWire is longer than the stopgap. Not sold on RaceWire yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to defend it tonight. I'm not in the mood, but I love it, and I will have it on everything. Funny how the Turnigy evolution has never evolved. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I should have used green zip ties. Oh well. Oh, and I put the race wire on one of the non-motored arms. Next time you leave, bring your dog back. She's chilling on the couch upstairs. She's already asleep for the night. Tacos and Burke make for a great Monday night. JB just doesn't know how to solder. Yes, I do agree with that. That was pretty embarrassing. So many wires! Hate it. Hate it until it's clean. Is this a freestyle or race build? This is a freestyle build. But my goal is to haul around the Hero 6 with relative ease, and this comes with an amazing Hero 6 mount. That should hopefully also protect the Hero 6. And so that's a big part of why I'm building it. So this build should do very confidently 6-inch 4S or 5-inch 5S. I think being able to do both will be pretty fun. Be able to do both very confidently anyway. My ears. What's wrong with your ears? Or your ears. Appreciate your work trying to figure out your gear. What do you use for cameras? What's a camera? Like, you're talking about like my blogging stuff? Or my FPV stuff? My HD stuff? You'll have to be more specific. But yeah, I use race wire on literally everything now. It's too convenient not to have, and it's saved me a lot of headache with cutting or breaking wires and stuff like that. Hope GoPro comes out with a Session 6. That would be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think that they've decided that there's no market for it, which, if you think about it, like, nobody... Have you ever seen a Session camera in the wild not on a drone? I mean, okay, maybe don't exaggerate that too much, but, like, to a degree, like, I don't think I've ever seen, like, a cinematographer use something. Nurk, you not afraid to put that close race wire to the bottom and upper plate? No, I'm not. And I have a plan as to how to avoid it. So I'm just going to cut these slightly long because I'm going to trim back the wire prior to soldering it on. Get rid of those wires. I have an X-Labs Steez on the way. I love the Steez. That is my go-to machine. Mine is currently in the bottom of the Ohio River, unfortunately. So you've seen it as a head cam on snowboarders. I actually haven't seen that. Oh, Cannonball is here. What's up? Mr. Gabby Chavez, aka Cannonball, was racing his Indy car today at Barber Park. I watched the whole race, but it was a little not so great for Gabby, unfortunately. After the rain yesterday, I had to start a lap down, it seemed, which sucks. Like, which I don't know why, because I didn't have a chance to watch on Sunday because I was racing myself. What ESCs are on the arms? These are not ESCs. They are just PCBs to carry current to the motors. Nothing more. Come to San Antonio. I would love to. So I'm going to pre-tin the race wire, just a little bit of solder. Don't put it too much on there, because one thing Joshua was right was that the pads are pretty close together. But if you don't use a ton of solder, and you don't need a ton of solder to get these joints, you can makes it a lot easier on yourself. And then use tweezers for sure, and just give it a little bit of a grip. Look, plenty clean, plenty easy. Ah! Dropped it. There. See? Not hard. Not hard at all. Did you race in Hamilton yesterday? Yes, I did. I can't smell the rosin core through my iPad. That's funny. How long does it usually take you to build a quad? I'll usually spend, I don't know, 2.5 hours or so. Not a ton of time, just enough. I don't want to spend like 8 days building a quad, because I fly hard and fast, and I break stuff all the time. So if I, just build stuff and get over with it, so I can go fly more, that's fine. That's where I like to be. It's out in the air. That being said, I like the building process. Like, I really like doing it. I just don't want to, there's a point where you hit good enough, and good enough means you should be out flying and practicing and getting better. Is that a TS 100 soldering iron? Yes, it is. Hey, somebody else was watching Cannonball. That's awesome. Glad to have you on the dark side. You'll love race flight. What? This is not, no race flight on this. Are all 3 wires interchangeable? Yes. No polarity involved? No. Depending on the order you put the wires, it will change the direction the motor spins, but you can change that electronically or physically by switching 2 of the phases. What ESCs are those? They're not ESCs, they are race wire. The ESC will be a 4-in-1 back here. Do you help out with quad camp guys ever? Yes, we've been working on getting me to a quad camp. It hasn't happened yet, but it will eventually, most likely. I'll be there as an instructor, not as a participant. Why F40 V3s on your racing ranking instead of Pro V2s? Because I had the F40s and they were easy to get a hold of, and they're durable, and they're inexpensive, and they are fast enough, and they are moderately efficient. The Pro Series T motors are not very efficient, which, T-Motor probably doesn't want me to say that, but I will. But the F40 Pro series are extremely efficient, and I love that about them. So you can finish your 4-minute race, or your 2-minute race, with enough battery that you're not killing it, but you're also going fast enough to where it's, it's worth the little bit slower. Whew. Caught it. Does race wire reduce noise at all? I don't think so. Have you ever used a ghost frame? Do you like it? No, and I don't know. Yeah, and I'm sorry if I'm missing any question, guys. If you use the super chat thing, I will definitely see it because it leaves like a notification for me. I'm trying to get everything, but you know I've also got to build at the same time, so. So I got to make forward progress, but also chat at the same time. It's a pain. But yeah, if you have something that you really want answered, definitely drop it there, and I'll make sure I see that. Have you tried out a Helio board yet? No. Yeah, we talked about that a second ago. Sorry. Oh, we were up to 176 at one point? Dang. Sorry, I'm trying to get some stuff organized here. Trying to keep a few windows up and available for me to look at the same time. Wait, 145 right now? Dang! So what questions do you guys have? Feel free to ask away. Definitely use that super chat if you can. Yeah, any questions, please. Yeah, don't know what Bardwell's big issue was with soldering up the race wire, but it's really not that bad. Just take your time, get everything planned ahead of time. Just make it nice and clean. You need a mini electric screwdriver. Nah. Is True X the best to learn or jump right into stretch checks? Doesn't matter. Do you know you have the props you're using as Lumineer gay breakers? Yes, I do. I think it's funny. TS100 for the win. Yes. Thank you, Gabby, for the 99 cents. I appreciate it. You can change motors faster. Yes, that is a big part. What other motors do you like other than T-motor? I am contractually obligated to say, not really, but yeah. What else have I flown? I'm trying to think. Like, I've flown some Lumineers, I've flown Hobbywing, I've flown Returner, but like I legitimately prefer the T-motors to everything else that I've tried. Like, that's not just me saying that for the sake of my sponsor. Like, I really, nothing. I've never liked anything as much as T-motor. I'm just gonna put one of these little guys in here to hold it down. While I'm working on it. Ding, 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 ding. Cannonball would have donated more if he won the race. Yeah, I hope so. I'm trying to figure out how to inspire him to get a podium, but so far I've come up short. but not as short as Cannonball is. Totally would have sent $2 if I won. Damn! Living large, man. Living large. Have you ever used the GemFam? I have never used a GemFan motor. If I recall, I thought they were just Racer Stars rebranded, but maybe they've changed what they're doing. Fuck Bardwell Nurk rules. No, Bardwell's great. I'm just giving him a hard time for his poor soldering on camera, and then saying that a product wasn't very good because of that. That was a little embarrassing. But to each their own. Okay, I think I'm gonna run one of these outside the standoff, and then the other, maybe two of them outside. Just gotta decide what looks good here. When you started out, were you this good at soldering? No. We'll just say no. And I'm not even really that good at soldering. I just have practiced a lot. And I'm good at soldering this very specific kind of thing, where just like put this on this pad and be done, you know. Is it 420 friendly where you live? I don't think so. I don't smoke, so I'm not aware, but I don't believe that it is here in Indianapolis, or Indiana. Okay, so now I've just soldered up the motor wires down by the ESC, and now I have to connect them to the race wire, which, like some people were saying, it's a little bit of a pain the first time you do it because you've got a few more connections to make. But once you've done it, it's super easy to ever swap a motor if you have to, and it adds a bunch of other niceties that are just too hard to pass up. Not related to FPV, but you have a serious doppelganger from the Pacific Northwest named Mike. Even down to the beard and voice. I feel like I'm watching my old coworker build a drone. You should absolutely get a picture of him and send it. That would be hilarious. So somebody was asking about potentially having the wire touch the carbon here on these two plates by having the race wire so close. What I'm doing is I'm intentionally soldering it in at like a 45-degree angle, and the amount that I cut away of the motor wire is very short. So there's no way for the joint to actually touch the carbon. It's just all well positioned. So now those wires are just there, out of the way, nice and clean, super pretty. I love it. I am your fan, BB. I'm your fan too. Thank you for saying so. Just picked up a few micro predators. Well, I run cams exclusively, so I have never had one, but I assume it's fine. I've heard something about them having a little bit of a issue with being a little bit too blue in the color profile, and it's not adjustable, but that doesn't, I mean, whatever. A little bit blue is better than a little bit blurry or something like that. Minor complaint. That's the only thing that I've heard bad about them. I just prefer the run cam to everything else, and they're also a sponsor, so. If you get 300 viewers, would you shave your beard? If we got 1,000 viewers, I would shave my beard. Yes. And to make it even more enticing to you, we're filming DRL this weekend, so it would be even weirder and funnier. So yeah, 1,000 viewers, yes, I'll shave my beard. So everybody, go ahead and share this video, and yes, I will shave my beard at 1,000 views. I'll even shave like half of it for the rest of the stream. I should be working on my quads right now, but I'm watching you instead. Dude, just pull it up on your phone and work and listen, and just treat it like a podcast almost. That's I've heard a lot of people do that, but I've also heard that some people will pull it up on the TV and watch it during dinner on Wednesday nights, which freaking cracks me up because it's like, oh yeah, some random internet guy. Yeah, it's at 390 degrees right now. Usually between that and 400, so. Shave it live. Yes, I will shave it live if that's the case. I saw a question. No, I don't see it. $1 from Fellstar. Oh yeah, I'll give you your money back if we don't make it to 1,000, or if we do make it to 1,000 and I don't do it. But I don't think we're gonna make it to 1,000. That was a challenge, by the way. That was me saying, hey, go figure it out. But yeah. Fellstar is, of course, talking about the Midwest Drone Battle. It's a little race happening in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'll be going to at the end of started next month, I guess. Super pumped about it. I won it last year, so I got to defend my title. But after my performance this weekend, I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, because I was not at my A game. That's for sure. But we'll see. Things go. French Brown, $4, shave the beard. Got to get it to 1,000 viewers first. Concurrent. At the same time. Not 1,000 views. 1,000 viewers. That's the rule. How much money for the beard's head on a steak? $5 grand. Going to make sure to feed you some Tylenol PM the night before. It's funny. Is it money or viewers for the beard shave? It's $5,000 or 1,000 viewers, concurrent viewers, whichever comes first. Old dude, thank you very much for the donation. Don't see a message though. And French Brown, thank you so much for the $4. Captain Vanover, it's Captain Flamethrower in the burning flesh, which smells great. Hey, Nurk, if I make a trip to Indy, can we fly this summer? Absolutely. Currently watching 3 streams. Nurk is one of them. That's pretty impressive. I can't even, watch one stream and eat a sandwich, So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed by that. Going to RC groups, I need more formats. That's funny. Whoa. Slow down here, guys. I just built my new 3-inch quad for a race coming up. It's going to be pretty big, race 2, at a big expo and everything. Sounds awesome. Have fun with that. You're a multi-GP member? Yes. Every call your mama and sisters and brothers up. Oh yeah, it's funny. Wish I was old enough to grow a beard. Yeah, you know, just gotta start drinking black coffee and I don't know what else you can do because you're not 21. At least show a picture without beard for us. Oh man, no. It's super embarrassing. I look like I'm 14 years old without my beard. What are we at for viewers? 142. Okay, we're still good here. When did you start flying, Nurk? I'm building my first quad. My first quad build was May 15th, 2015. So quite a while now. It's like 3 years or so. And I've been racing since June of 2015. I'll start eating a lot of hot sauce. Nice. Okay. Posted to Rotor Riot. That's awesome. You're starting to scare me here a little bit. I really don't want to shave my beard, but I really do like viewers, so there's that. Maybe I should have set the limit higher. Okay. Almost done with motor 3 here. Cool. We will make it happen. You're losing viewers. You're down to 139 now. Just have a question. Have you ever spilled a drink in your beard? All the time. It's inevitable. See you, Ryan. Just a note. I can hear every time your phone pings the network. What? What do you think would be the best first-time build? That's a good question. I haven't thought about that in a while. Do people not still like post videos like, this is the best first build ever? Like, I got started with a freaking kit that was perfect. That was like the way in for me. What are the things on the arms that look like ESC? They're called race wire. They're sold by White Noise FPV, and they are thebomb.com for racers. A little bit less useful for freestyle quads, but I still use them on both. When you're using, I guess when you're using 4-in-1 ESCs, that's an important part. Let's see. Do you preload from the starting gates? And if so, do you have it programmed or do you manually do it? I do preload. I don't preload a ton. I get a little bit nervous. I don't want to accidentally fall off the starting block and cause a false start because that usually comes with a pretty stiff penalty. Like at Sebring, for example, Evan Turner fell off and was given a full lap penalty, which is essentially just a loss. So that kind of stinks. So yeah, I'm usually pretty conservative with my launch. And if I do preload, I do it manually. And I'm confident doing it manually, if that makes any sense. Captain Vanover, someday the beard will come. I mean, at this rate, the beard is going to live, so... Last motor, almost there. Okay. 4 motors installed, 4 race wires installed. Everything is buttoned up and looking purty. I love it. Love it. I'm going to put the XT60 cable on now. My 10-year-old son and I have great luck with the Furry Bee X140. Great. Fellstar, thank you for another $1. I'll sneak into his hotel room and shave that shit while he's sleeping in a couple weeks. I'll get pictures. Please don't. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. I think I might actually be angry at you. Like, I'm not really an angry guy. I might actually get a little bit frustrated with that. That being said, it would be pretty funny. Tinning up the XT60 someday. Oh, I forgot about my capacitor. Just saw your video with the 6S Freestyle. Would you recommend that for somebody who just wants to fly around and see the scenery and gradually get into the tricks? Yeah, for sure. You can, you know, you don't put like 1900 kV motors on there. Put like 1500 or 1600, and that'll kind of calm it down a little bit and allow you to kind of build your confidence. And then shortly there, you know, once you're confident, then you can, if you need more power, you can up your power. If you don't need to up your power, you'll have a really efficient, good flying quad. So, why not the mini race wires? Because this is a 6-inch frame, and it behooves the longer ones. I've also got a lot of the longer ones, so it makes, I would rather just use those and save my skinny ones for my hyphy lights. Calvin Erickson with $10 saying, "Don't shave that shit." I should like make a fan page just for my beard, because I get a lot of comments about it, which, if you ask me, like, it really isn't that great of a beard. I don't think anybody with a beard would ever say that about themselves, but it really does seem like a very mediocre beard, especially when I cut it back, you know, just to look better for a, you know, DRL taping or something like that. But you know, it's just, that's the way I feel about it. Are you putting a cap on the power circuit? Yes, I'm putting a cap right where the battery comes in, and then I've also got the XT60 kind of routed around it, which is just the way that I like to do it. Not necessarily anything better with it, but that's the way I put it. The cap comes with the Hobbywing ESC, and they recommend you use it. And then I'd put a zip tie on the underside of the capacitor to just kind of hold the wire down underneath it like this. Again, nothing special, but it just, I don't know, it just keeps things neat for me. It doesn't look great, I know, but you know, it just kind of keeps everything out of the way. Let me make sure that my little tail thing fits on there still, because it might not. I should have thought about that. That'll work, I think. Oh yeah, it'll work. So the VTX antenna will go in here and come out through this, and I just wanted to make sure that that was going to fit still, and I think it will. Alright, next up, I'm going to do LEDs while I'm thinking about it. It is a uh, 470 microfarad cable. Do you ever fly RC planes? A little bit. Not much. Yay for a Midwest drone battle. Agreed. I'll be there live streaming. Nice. The cap is for noise in the system, yes. While watching live build is a good time to kill night shift time here. Oh, that's perfect. That's I didn't think about that. My wife works third shift, but she is a nurse and is busy all night long. So I don't think she'll be joining us. It's not a boost cap, it's a filter cap. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. So these are tiny tie LEDs from tinysleds.com. And what I'm going to do is VHB it to the arm and then zip tie over both. I don't like that implementation very much, but it's the only way to do it without gluing it, and if you glue it, it's going to fall off eventually. Just kind of an unfortunate reality about these things. But so I can take this and put it right there, up next to the race wire, and then I'm going to leave this. Can you see that still? Kind of. Dab it with a little solder. And then I've got these nice long red and black wires. Positive is on the bottom right now, as shown. Negative is on the top. And then we can take a zip tie with these wires routed kind of underneath. And just harangue this whole thing onto the quad. And then just get rid of that one. We don't need it anymore. I'm going to take these, and the way that I've been doing this on other builds is I run it underneath these motor wires and then around the standoff and back in to the quad like so. And that just keeps everything nice and hidden. Oh, okay, I gotta watch. Okay, this is... oh shit, now I can't even read. Can you... No, I cannot say that, Mason. I might say it if you donate with the super chat button. Is it 60-30, 63-73 solder? No, it's 60-40. Third shift nurses browse Pinterest all night long. Fact. That's funny. More high orange. Nice. How massive are those arms? They sit. They're 6-inch prop. They fit 6-inch props. So they're pretty long, but they're not. They're not massive. They're just. They're pretty comfortable length. Kind of like my dick. What do you run your mid throttle at? Whatever stock is. I never touch mid throttle. Where's my tweezers? There they are. You ever fly 3D quads, Nurk? I have flown a 3D quad. I was very bad at it. It was very scary, and I have never done it again. Okay, LED 1 installed. You'll have to look at the listing in the description to figure out how much or what the actual width is. I don't have my calipers right here. I believe that the race wire is designed to fit an 8mm arm, and it seems like these are the same width as the race wire. So hopefully that means that they're 8mm, but I don't know that for sure. Sorry. What are your racing rates? So there's three values in Betaflight. There's super rate, or there's from left to right. There's rate. There's super expo, or super rate, and then there's expo, RC expo. I run 0 RC expo. I run an RC rate of 1.03. And I run a super rate of 0.66, and that's the same on every axis. So for all 3 axes, I run 1.03, 0.66, 0 in that order. I hope that answers your question. 1K viewers to shave. Yes. Those LEDs, what are you hooking them to? Straight to battery voltage, right on the XT60 pad, like where the battery comes in to the machine. Sorry, I forgot to say that. This is going to be tricky. Oh, we're going to go left-handed. That's crazy. That wasn't so bad. Do you have video of your first flight with FPV? I do not. DVR wasn't really a thing back then. Or at least not common. And I did not have a GoPro until very late in the game. So yeah, if you go to my channel and look at if you go watch like a vlog or something, those are from like the first few months of FPV, and that will have HD footage and stuff. So if you just scroll back onto my page and stuff, you should be able to find some early NERC FPV stuff. Oh my gosh. A NERC FPV streaming build again. Woo! Yep, that's what this is. Hopefully a few more to come. I've been missing it. I love doing it, but it's really time consuming. So sometimes I just have a hard time finding the time to do it. But I got some time, and so I'm doing it. Are we getting a test flight? That's a goal. Indoor hover test mandatory. Oh man, we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes I chicken out on it. Maybe if we get enough donations, I'll do an indoor hover test. Subtle, I know. That also presumes that everything is working when we get to the end of this. Sometimes I blow stuff up. I mean, that's the reality here. NERC is known for his indoor hover test. My first acro flight lasted 30 seconds. Same as your first time in bed, huh? Should racers train in extreme angle, or just the one angle they feel comfortable at? Zevi, I saw your message today. I am sorry for not responding right away. I will get it done this week. Probably tomorrow. Because I feel bad for hogging it. Not behaving. How does the Racer 3 feel compared to your lightweight 6-inch racing quad? It feels a lot heavier. I mean, I don't know what you want to know. It's fine, honestly. Like the thing with the Racer 3 is that when you fly it, everybody else is flying the Racer 3, and so like how it feels to me is irrelevant because it feels the same to everybody else that's flying. And when everybody else is flying the same thing, you get the best racing you've ever had. Like I wish that we had more spec racing kind of deals, because it is the best racing I've ever experienced. And when everybody's flying the exact same thing, when you got true spec, that's when you have the most fun. Jammer says, what up? What's up? Jammer is a local guy. He beat my ass this weekend. It's pretty awesome. Go check him out. Do you have a smoke stopper? No. It's hard to see. Jared Schwartz, Nurk needs his tactical emergency blanket to do a hover test. It's right there. It literally is right over there. What's poppin', peoples? Nice. Gay breakers. That's what we're going for. This build is designed to work with gay breakers. What's poppin', people? I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a test plug-in, and we'll take it from there. Gosh, I wonder why it keeps doing that weirdness with my... Like, why is that showing up? Is it just like when it gets hot? When the color gets hot? But then if I lean forward... Yeah, it's still there. Whatever. How's Robo Genesis doing up till now? You know I can't answer that question, sorry. Under NDA. I can't talk about the races. Okay, so continuity check is good. Just gonna double check that I got everything right here. What? Oh yeah, those should show up together. Continuity check on the balance leads. We're good. Alright, we're good. We're plugging it in. Is everybody ready for smoke? I can't grab the blanket. It's green. Like, it just wouldn't make any sense. Hold on. Oh, this could actually be really funny. Okay, you ready for this? I don't know if this is going to work. It might be a little bit too orange. Whoosh! Ha! How's it going, guys? I am the floating head of Paul. Feel me roar. I just like drape this like a... Hold on. Nurk, your face is melting? What does that mean? Hold on. Oh, I need like a green shirt or something. This is not working. Okay. Here, let's get this out of the way. There we go. I'm gonna go back over to this screen. Wait, sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered what life could be like without a body? This is what it is. Whoosh! So yes, the safety blanket is here. Don't you worry. Oh, and I ruined my green screen. That was freaking hilarious. Oh gosh. All right. Anyway, back to building. Back to the important stuff. Magic Snuggie, yes. Alright, so, anybody ready for fire? We're going to pull a van over and burn this bitch to the ground. No, we're going to plug in. We're going to test to make sure that nothing will blow up in 3. Magic smoke. 2. 1. Yay! No explosions. Got some bright LEDs. Oop. Looking good. Shunk. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, before I put the flight controller on, I want to make sure that I've got all of the wiring that I need done for the rest of this. The stealth blankie. Head above the rest. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Dude, somebody go back and get a screenshot and Instagram that to me. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, so we need to make sure that we have wiring set up for everything else. VTX is running off 5 volt. Camera is running off of the VTX, I guess. So nothing really needs to be wired to the board. Although it might not hurt to have the camera just wired straight to battery power, because the battery power or the 5 volt regulator might complain about having to run the flight controller, VTX, receiver, and camera. So if we just at least eliminate the camera from that and run the camera straight to the power input, I think that would be better. So post a screenshot in general. Nice. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna run and grab the camera because I forgot it upstairs, and then we'll continue on with this build. Be right back. I wish I had a way to like take you guys upstairs with me. Be right back. I think I said camera and something else, but I forgot what the something else was. I'll send it to you through Facebook Messenger. Perfect. Hold on. I gotta see this. Facebook. Messages. Dismiss. Oh, there it is. Messenger. Alex request. That is freaking fantastic. I'm gonna be making videos using that technique right there because it's so freaking funny. Oh man. It is just a wire extension, that is correct. Okay, so this camera is already on a build, or was on a build, that's being torn down. Ah, this is the Flino frame, whoever was asking about that. The Aether, it's a 5-inch. Worked fine, I just didn't like the form factor as much for carrying a Hero 6, because this thing has this guy. Oh yeah, I can't do that. I love that this has a shadow still. You can see it's like covering up my face. I'll just hold this here for the rest of the stream. Da, 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 da. Look, there's a camera. Sorry, I gotta stop that. Goodbye. Also grabbed a LaCroix, important step in the building process. So this thing comes with this beautiful little camera mount. I love this thing so much. Which I think it actually might have been for a different kind of lens, but I told them the wrong thing, so maybe that's totally my fault. We'll see. I might have to just take a soldering iron to the TPU and make it stretched a little bit. Yeah, it's a little too far back in there. Oh well. burn that bridge when we get to it. And then the camera just sits in right here, all nice and snug-like. Oh, I should have run my motor wires around the other side of that standoff, because now it's not totally flush, but that is okay. It is not a big deal. Get some green long johns and just a head and hands. See, but what I would do with that is, like, I could, like, take my pants off on stream and you wouldn't see anything. It'd be really funny. Bring out your first racing drone, please. It's not alive anymore. It was a ZMR 250. Google Paul Nurkala The Green Machine and you'll find it. I promise. Did you ever get into 3D printing at all? No, on purpose. It's another hobby I don't need. I already don't have enough time. Alright. And then here's the camera wire, which just goes into the butt of the camera. Oh no, it's too short. I gotta extend it. Oh, that's the worst. And I don't have any heat shrink. Dang it. Wait, turn on. Gotta go upstairs and get heat shrink. Neon green boxers. Yes, now you're talking. Looks like a mini chameleon. No? You're not shaved. We didn't get 1,000 concurrent viewers. That was the deal. What is your largest drone? I have built a drone that uses 27-inch props. It carries 125-pound payloads, and it runs off of 14S batteries. That's my biggest drone, but it's not mine. I built it for someone else. Biggest one I've flown, though. What other hobbies do you have? Pretty much PUBG and work. But this hobby is also kind of my... Oh, it's these... Sorry. Is my work and play. And so, as a result, it ends up taking up way more time than it should, ever. Not in a bad way, but just in a... You know, it does. Okay, there's the camera ground soldered in. Now I need to get some heat shrink. I'll be right back. That drone can carry me. What the heck? Yes. Yes, it can. No World of Warcraft. No, I've never played World of Warcraft. I'll be right back again. Sorry. Okay. Off to Walmart again. That's funny. No, just upstairs. My big black heat gun. Let me touch that beard. Feel free. Just gotta reach it. What's your opinion on the new HDO goggles? Well, I'm honestly a little surprised to hear how negative everybody's being about it. First of all, like, really, guys? We don't have anything better to do than complain about stuff that people make? Which, you know, that's neither here nor there. But I have flown with them quite a bit, actually. I had a set here for a while that were a review set. I think there might be the actual ones that Bardwell has now. Anyway, yeah, they are nice. The screen is nice. And so I definitely recommend them. Which, yeah. How did you come up with Nurk FPV? My name is Paul Nurkula. I found your stream. We should play PUBG sometime. Let's do it. Not a dildo, right? No. Are there any YouTubers you'd like to freestyle with? Are you talking about FPV YouTubers, or are you talking about any YouTuber in general? Because I think I could make a distinction for both. So, yeah. I'll let you answer that. The 1,000 watching right now is a deal we could never win. Yes, it was. D-Dub, the beard is mine. Whoa, guys. There's enough beard to go around. Don't you worry. Rap battle freestyle. Okay, I think we are ready to drop in the flight controller. Now that everything is wired up, there's nothing else that we should have to go in and wire. So I'm going to go ahead and put the flight controller on and hope for the best on that I don't have to get back in there. That would really be annoying. But, you know, things happen, so. Great looking build. Thank you! I'm really pumped with it so far. I think it looks pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. That's for sure. It's gonna be nice and clean, nice and easy to work on. That's what's key. Is fixability, because you know I smash stuff to bits. That sounded wet. Nah, it wasn't that bad. Crop dusting. I love that. There's not usually that big of a delay, but you guys are on a. It seems like it's on a fairly big delay tonight, and it's just funny to like have that delay, and then like everybody kind of like tunes in and is like, oh, he just ripped one. That's funny to me, like super funny, dude. I'm a freaking child. I know. Yeah, baby. Get on there. Oh, it looks so good. What's the frame? Never mind, that's funny. I mean the well-known YouTube FPV freestylers. Okay. Hit that F-sharp note. Let me think about freestylers. I want to fly with Skyberries. Go check out Skyberries if you've not seen him. I would love to long range with him. Or free range or whatever. Here, we'll switch over to this for a second. I like this question. I want to make a vlog with Ladrip. I've never really had a chance to do it, so I would like to actually kind of fly with him and hang out, and like I would love to go like spend like a weekend or like a couple days with him. That'd be great. I would like to fly with Provo in Provo. That would be amazing. I want to fly with Gab 707 in the mountains. I want to fly with. Thinking about that. There's a guy called You Betta. You better believe. You Betta FPV. He flies out in California somewhere, and he does a lot of really cool chasing stuff. I want to get an invite to go to one of Red FPV's sessions. That guy has the best spots ever, and I want to go fly with him at one of those. Has anyone heard from Hyphy lately? Hyphy's fine. I talk to him all the time. Tom Smith would be really fun. Yeah, I think that's a good list to start there. Yeah, I'm sure there's more, but those are a bunch. Skadoosh in China would be great. All right, back to this. Okay, so now we have our, where's this thing? This board. This thing, which I showed a little bit earlier, is on this side. This side is a TBS Unify 5 volt. I actually run the 5 volt ones over the high volt ones because I like that they have the adjustable voltage and all the way up to 500. And then this is a Unify Nano. So I should have some pretty sweet range out of this. So this is not necessarily a long range rig, but it will definitely support free range with the Crossfire especially. So pretty pumped about it. Skipped Ladrib. I did not skip Ladrib. I said that. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you building this? For 6-inch freestyle on 4S. Come to Florida, I'll put you up on the beach. That sounds amazing. White noise board. Yes. Why not Will? Why not what? Next time you break wind or you need to go, yell this phrase and rip one after it. Beyblade, let it rip. Nice. Gab has your number. What does that mean? Have you ever flown freestyle on 3 or 2-inch? Not really, because you can't record it. Well, you can record it, but it's just DVR. Who wants to watch DVR? Not me. Oh yeah, I have a prototype white noise board, and this it's a little bit tight on this side, so I'm just gonna try to file it out a little bit here with a knife. Don't try this at home. So I'm going to put this in sideways instead of the correct way, because there's this massive little dealio in the way from the board. Is this going to fit? So the problem is, you can see the standoffs are just a little bit too short. Did you see Willie's new video from the desert? Yes, I was there for most of those flights, so I had already seen it all in person. Wow, everybody in the house tonight. Yes, we want everybody in the house for sure. Wait, is White Noise here? Hey, cool. So I think I can make this work if I remount the Nano RX a little bit lower. So like right here, I've got, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I've got, come here, focus. So you can see I've got those plastic bits that come with the standoffs in there. I'm thinking if I take off the board and remove those, I can push the board down lower, remove the little plastic bit of the Unify because I don't need it, and everything will fit in there just fine. Mind if I post a pic? No, I don't mind, but I don't know if it'll let you. Sorry. That wasn't metal, it was PCB. Okay, good to go. So now, if we carefully, where is this guy? Now, unfortunately, I've made these a little dirty, so they're going to be a pain to get off. I'm just going to melt it. I've made a huge mistake. Ooh, that smells nice. There we go. Lovely. Okay, now I'm just going to snip off a little bit of this. Just try to get to the cleaner bits of it. I'm not snipping off so much that I can't get it on where on these holes. But they were not clean enough to be able to put it in there. So now I need to go grab a solder sucker really quick. You're a fucking beast. Watch the train video again. Great. Paul, you can just pull the plastic piece off without melting it. I tried. It was, well, the problem was that the plastic bits were already a little bit or the metal was there was already solder on it, so it was dirty, and so the pole was bigger than the hole, if you know what I mean, and that was making it not work. If I made you a hell yeah FPV, would you wear it on stream ever? Sure. Play music? No. Where can I watch the DRL and drone races? You can watch season 2 and 1 on Apple and Amazon stores, and you can watch season 3 starting in September. I'll be right back. Okay. Might as well just move my whole office down here at this point. Nurk, when are you coming back to the Dominican Republic? Dude, as soon as I can, man. That was some of the best flying ever. What font do you use for your OSD? I can't say I've ever actually heard that question or had that question asked. I use the Betaflight font. I used to use the large font or whatever it was called, but I like the Betaflight one. Gotta get this a little bit more wet. Come on. Problem is I'm really bad with my left hand and my iron. There we go. Ugh. You gonna jump on that Fat Shark HDO type train? Yes I am. Well, I haven't had a chance to like compare and contrast the both of them yet. I've actually done a few flights on the HDOs, but I want to like do some like back to back flying to make sure I really do like it before I like commit. But I do have a pair or a set on the way to try out. And if I really don't like them, maybe we'll do a giveaway. What video transmitter do you use for indoor wall penetration? I always use a TBS Unify. Fellstar, I pre-ordered them a pair. Where'd you pre-order from? And can I have you undo it and do it on an affiliate link? Savage, nice little plug. Yeah, buddy. You're going to try the Mr. Steel V2s. Just remated mine today. They're pretty sick. I do not have any plans to do that, no. But not for any particular reason. I've got a motor sponsor. And it's not Ethics. Ouch. Trying to get this to drop down on that, on those. Problem is that there's solder already on the let that cool for a second before I get it too hot. Whore, yes, definitely a whore. But I mean, if you don't, it's leaving like $40 on the table for me, so I gotta ask. Should I get a Gordo? Well, I haven't flown it yet, but I'm really liking the build so far. Actually, maybe if I push it down from this side, I'll have better luck. Oh, yeah, that worked. Cool. Alright, that's a lot lower now, which is going to make it a lot easier to get it all installed. Have you ever captured lightning on FPV? No. Have you tried the T-Motor Popo motors? I have not tried the T-Motor Popo, but I have tried Popo before, and I really like them. Like, it's pretty nice. I don't know if I see like a huge benefit to it, but it is really fun to swap props in like 10 seconds. So I am talking to Rotor Ride about coming to Drone Camp Detroit. That is not official yet, but it's a strong possibility. It kind of depends on some scheduling stuff on my end. Okay, what's the limiting factor here? This bead. Oh yeah, that'll fit right there. That's beautiful. Okay, so next thing we gotta do you run CRSF on all your quads? I do not. I intentionally run 2.4 gigahertz for racing. T-Motor Popo? Yes, the Lumineer licensed that design, and they sell that design to other motor manufacturers. So other motor manufacturers can create Popo motors that are compatible with their props, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I have to wire up smart audio to the board. I have to wire up video to the video, which is a short cable, and I'll have access to it. I have one for camera, which is camera output, or no. I don't need to do that. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip this pad. I'm just going to run the wire straight to the camera pad there. Then there's a 5 volt, which is 5 volt in. So I need to run a 5 volt from this board to this. And then there's a ground, a positive, and a 1. So the 1 is the signal for the receiver. So on this side I need a 5 volt, a ground, and then I need I'm going to use T6, which is going to be used for smart audio, and R3, which is going to be used for the receiver. So I just like to kind of think that through before I put everything together, just to make sure that I don't have to tear it all apart again later. So we've got ground here, 5 volt, and that's 5 volt out. Then here we've got R3, which we'll be using for our receiver. And then we have T6, which is going to send signals to smart audio on the VTX. And then we just need some extra wires. Use this black one for ground. Y2.4 for racing. Yeah, so there's the Crossfire uses the 915 megahertz band, which is great if you're by yourself or with like 1 or 2 other people. But when you start having more people, it can interfere. And when you have interference in a race, what happens is people start to increase their power. And when people increase their power, they're going to interfere with other people more. And then other people are going to increase their power. And it becomes this vicious cycle of everyone increasing their power and causing other people to fail safe and cause interference, to the point where I'm worried that having everybody fly Crossfire is going to become a huge issue at races, and I would rather not have huge issues at races, especially when big money's on the line. So I choose instead to fly 2.4 gigahertz at races, which is a known wide band and has, you know, lots of history for, you know, making successful group flying efforts. So like also Futaba is a millisecond faster than CRSF, so you know, I'm not saying that that's a deciding factor, but it's still fast. That's good. How do you tag someone's name in this live chat? I don't know. Never tried it. Alright, I'll use white wire for smart audio. I'll use this reddish wire for 5 volt. And then a blue wire for RC signal. Okay, sorry. I was just checking to make sure I wasn't missing anything in chat. Once again, if I miss something a couple times or something, definitely use the super chat. I'll definitely see it then. And I apologize for not being great at always paying attention. It's kind of... it's hard. There's a lot of you, and only one of me. Okay, so I'm just dangling all those wires out the side for now. I know which one each of them is. So now I can take this board and set it down on top. I'm going to put a little VHB or electrical tape. Do I have electrical tape down here? Oh, I guess we're going with VHB. VHB on the bottom to make sure that everything shorts out. And the touch point is kind of in the middle, so I'll just put a... Well, I guess I got a pretty big piece, so... This quad is not quite tall enough to have a 3-stack, so I've got to kind of compress it a little bit, and that's why I'm putting this extra little bit in here to help insulate against potential shorts. Like, I'm not even bothering to put a standoff in between this board and the bottom board because it's already too tall. So now I can just put a couple nylon nuts in there. Good luck in DRL, brother. I hope you win this year. That would be incredible. I hope I win too. But I'm not going to put any eggs in that basket. I'm going to just do my best. Burn that bridge when I come to it. Talk about VP9 if you want. What's VP9? Hey, where are you from? I am from Indianapolis, Indiana. Also, thank you very much for the $10. Sorry, I was trying to think about what VP9 could be. Oh, I forgot the O-rings under the FC. Let's take a step back. YouTube compression. Oh, so how I handle that is I export everything at 40 megabits bitrate, and I do it in a VBR2 pass in a 264 encoding, and that encoding is what YouTube expects by default, so it usually ends up creating the best results. There still are shitty, like sometimes I just get shitty results and I'll delete it and re-upload, or I just won't worry about it if I'm really not in the mood. So I'm just putting O-rings on the standoffs here. I forgot to do it. I don't think these actually matter because this uses the MPU 6000 gyro, not the 6500, so it does a good job of filtering it anyway. Power loop that bridge when you come to it. Nice. Nurk doesn't seem like a rager. Not really? Right, what do you mean? Upland Law. I hope you'll join Bardwell's live stream in a couple of days. I'll probably stop by. I usually do. He's a good guy. He stole that idea from me, though, live streaming. No, I'm just kidding. But I was the first. I loved how you explaining your flying styles. Oh, thank you. It's something that's hard to convey, but is nice when you can kind of figure it out and explain it. Explaining things is good, but it's hard. Have you ever flown in Puerto Rico? No, I have not. Low enough to get underneath the train. That's funny. You're a funny guy. I'm getting you an alarm clock for next race. Dude, that would have helped a lot. Thanks for waking me up, by the way. Appreciate it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is run a V out for the video transmitter, which is just a short little signal wire here. You can almost bridge the soldering joint. Sorry for putting my hand right in the way. I'm getting you an alarm. First ever I watched years ago. Nice, thank you. That's awesome. What's happening, Captain? Says Crazy. Okay, what's up? That 6S flying of yours was fire. Yeah, I was pretty happy with how that turned out, and it's funny too because I forgot to set my freestyle rates before that flight, but I didn't want to like land and then start the flight again, so I just kind of went through it. So I was flying on my racing rates. Which just kind of made me be a little bit more like following lines and stuff, which was fine, but it was just not exactly what I was going for, but it was fun. So I'm going to put white, which was smart audio, if I recall correctly, to the A. No, not A. No, yeah, A. Yeah. That was T6. $12S when? What? Fellstar message retracted. What did you try to do there? I'm curious. Did you try to put a link or something? Have you tried the AMWay Commander goggles? I have a pair, and I have worn them once, but I've never actually flown with them. The 16:9 aspect ratio really messed with me after being on 4:3 for so long. And I know you can switch it back and forth, but when you switch it, it's so small. Like it's like 10-degree field of view or something. Blue was RC signal, which goes way over here. And then 5-volt was this off red one. Made a mistake. Okay. Thanks for sharing this aspect of your life. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate your appreciation. It's you know, sometimes people don't really care, which is fine, and I totally am fine with that. And sometimes people kind of like to hate on that. You know, it's, well, you're not that good at flying because you have to talk. Well, I was like, no, I just do both, and I like showing off how to do some of this stuff in my own way, and that is live streaming and talking and being here to hang out with you guys and tell you about stuff, what I know about, little as it may be. But I got a little bit of experience, hopefully, and hopefully that's beneficial to someone who's getting started or has been around a long time and is just looking to learn something new, or, you know, it gives you guys an opportunity to answer each other's questions too, because you're all here to, you know, hang out and listen and, you know, participate, and that's really good. Like, that's it's powerful. It makes the community roll, so that's good. Hobby wing stack is great. Yes, it is. I'm trying to get mine to work after dunking it in the water. Oh, bummer. Bigger is better if you want it to be. Okay. How come you don't run your smart audio to the TBS Nano? Huh? Want to sell your commanders? Maybe. I'll think about it. I like seeing Nerk putting something together on a live stream. Been a while since I've been able to catch any live action. Well, it's been a while since I've actually done it. So you talk about the differences in your rate profiles, for example. Are they completely different? They're not completely different. They fly the same until like 75% stick, and then their RC is a little bit faster. Is there that much of a difference between 6S and 4S? The efficiency is better. Not necessarily like the speed or the power or anything, but like, you know, you get a longer flight, a little bit more consistent flight. Okay, cool. Oh man, viewers are dropping off. People are getting bored. Better start lighting some stuff on fire here soon. I mean, that would never happen on this pro live stream. Steal this VTX cable. Carefully. What do you guys want to see in the upcoming videos and whatnot? I like to get a little bit of feedback once in a while and hear what you guys are interested in seeing. I don't always listen to it, but that's my fault on that. Gotta clean some of this glue up. Come on. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. Right there is what it is. Whew. Sometimes that kind of thing just makes me happy. Live stream some battery destruction. That's a great idea. I could do that. Nurkin bot grinder hit the town. That could be fun. DVR of the Ohio River crash. None. I wasn't DVRing. So stupid. Would have had an amazing little video out of it, but I didn't have any stuff. Very clean build. Thank you. I'm super pumped with it so far. Gotta figure out a couple more placements. I was thinking about doing the RX antenna like that, maybe. I hate doing it like out on the arm like this. I just think that's ugly and lazy. Could I go underneath the whole body? Okay, I'm gonna take this off of here carefully. Pull this out. I think I can take this whole antenna. Oh wait, no, that's where the battery strap has to go. Just kidding. Will that fit in there? No. In there. Oh my gosh, if this works. I don't want to break this cable or anything. Scary. Oh, yes! That was satisfying right there. Of course, that's going to be like right in the prop line. Luckily, these bend. So I'll just bend it into place where I want it to be. Which that was a little bit exaggerated. Just want it down just a little bit. Nothing extreme. Yeah, like that. Whew. Whew. I like it. Shabam! Pretty sure Indiana is a bando. Oh man. Good night, digital moho. How about them apples? That is pretty sexy looking build, if I don't say so myself. And that antenna is not going anywhere. Look at it, it's perfect. It's built for it. There's like this little curve there and everything. Oh. Oh. You like race wire, Nerk? Yes, I love it. It's my favorite. Okay. Now, we need to check FPV. We need to check radio, motor direction. I'm going to grab an antenna. So I need, I think I need one more. Yeah, I will hit this with hot glue, don't worry. I hate UFLs so much, and they fail so often. So I'm going to grab some, I'm going to grab my radio, and I'm going to grab the, ooh, look at that. It's pretty. What if I just used this as the top plate? Wonder if that would be a bad idea or not. I feel like if I, yeah, might add some extra little bits in here to help a little height, but yeah, it's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna grab hot glue that VTX IPX. Yes, I will. Bending crossfire, just a little bit, just enough to kind of point it down out of the prop line. All right, I gotta grab some. I gotta grab my radio. I got heat. No, I don't need heat shrink. And an antenna and a screen. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I also grabbed some props in case we decide to do a hover, but we might need to hit up some more of those super chats first because I don't want to kill myself. And if I do kill myself, might as well make a buck doing it. Okay, we got our radio, we got our screen, got some antennas. If they thread, what in the world? Oh, is that just the cap? What just fell? That's not good. Okay, I'm going to grab a different antenna because those things don't fit very well. Okay. I know that this is broken, but it will work for our purposes right now. Beautiful. Good antenna mounting is a must. Okay, there's a screen. Here's a lipo. Hey, look at that. Man, it's not even... I was worried it was going to be like blocking the entire view of the camera. It's not even that bad right now. We'll be able to fix that later though. Cool. We got video. RX is on. Let's make sure it's bound. Model select. CRSF. It's bound. Of course, it's not going to arm because nothing's configured yet, but hey, that's a great start. Gosh, those LEDs look amazing. Good job, Tiny Ty. Cool. So I gotta figure out some way to raise this up a little bit when I put it on, because currently just a bit tight. Use these. These come with hyphy lights, they're little orange spacer things. This is not going to be a pain at all. I'll probably end up putting some longer standoffs in there in the not so distant future, but just bear with me for now. Because this is what I've got to work with. Oh, this is going to be so obnoxious. I'm not looking forward to this. There might be some swear words approaching. This is the I hope I never have to take it apart build. Which are my least favorite kind of builds. If it doesn't fly, just fake it with the green screen. That is a great point. Last one. Let's go further over. So the reason this is such a pain is because of my choice in electronics and trying to use 3 stacks with the Hobby stack. Not because there's a design flaw here, it's just a little bit too tight. So but yeah, I mean, just with those in there, nice little extra height. That's all it needs to be comfortable. And shabam, there's a quad. A quad. Alright, I gotta get me... Well, the Hero 3 fit in that mount. I don't know. It seems like it's pretty specific to the Hero 6, but I don't know that for sure. But this mount is amazing. Like, it's just perfect. Like, it just goes... There's a little lip here. Right there. And it just goes in. And it clips in. And it's not going to come out. And it's nice and protected all the way around. You can still put a ND filter on it if you want. And like, even when it's upside down, it's not touching the glass. So, it's just perfect. Which, it's obnoxious that you need such a giant thing to fly that GoPro, but, you know, with the session not really being an option anymore, kind of don't really have a choice. Now I need a longer USB cable. Hopefully this is a data cable. desktop view. I won't be looking at chat for a few seconds here, sorry guys. Just gonna go ahead and send it. We'll see the indoor hover test if you guys start throwing down super chats. If we can get to like, I don't know, gonna get a $50 for a hover test, that would be clutch. I mean, I'll probably still do it anyway, but, you know, make it easier for me, yeah? Still flashing. We can talk behind his back now. No, I'm not that clueless. Well, I'm a little clueless, but... Oh yeah, sorry about that. The Inception. I gotta keep that up there to make sure that everything's still hunky-dory. Probably don't need this in for a hover test. Okay. Connect. Ports. UART3 is the serial RX for CRSF, and then UART6 is TBS Smart Audio. Save. Ports, we did configuration. Quadecs, leave those alone. I don't need accelerometer, don't need barometer, don't need magnetometer. Set our craft name to NERC. So we're going to use serial based with CRSF. We're going to do anti-gravity, dynamic filter, air mode. We're going to use D-Shot 600. And I'm going to bump this down to 4.0 because that seems nicer to me. That's all that we know on that page. $50, I want to see an indoor flip. I'll do an indoor flip if $50 is hit. I'll do a flip if we hit $50 from the super chat. So like in the chat, in that corner over there, the little dollar sign. If we get to $50, I'll flip it around inside. No problem. Like over there is my like flat screen TV in my living room. Like my wife will kill me if she finds out that I was doing this. $50, sure. God, I hope they don't do it. Alright, we're going to set our... I'm going to put on my race rates for now, because I'm playing around with my freestyle rates right now. Then for these settings, I always do, and this was Zach Thayer told me about this, 1.5.5. I don't know why exactly, but it flies way better. Go ahead and save that. Filtering settings, we're going to PT1. Turning off those filters. I usually leave D-term on, and I put a couple of this. I don't know why, don't ask. $50 for flips. Receiver, we're going to be on Futaba/high-tech. Save that. Modes, ARM for me is aux1, and it's high. Then turtle mode is aux3 high. Save that. Motors, we gotta test the motors. Okay, so with everything plugged in, I'm plugging in the quad. Turning this on, spinning up the motors. Ooh, it's so sexy. 4 is good, 2 is backwards, 3 is backwards, 1 is good. So I got to reverse 2 and 3. We're going to go to BL Heli. read setup. Two, three, right setup. And I use beacon strength of 40 because I don't want my ESCs to burn out. I like a 2-minute beacon. Meeting timing is medium. I'll leave temperature protection on. 125 startup power. Right, all that. Should be good there. Go back into beta flight. I just remembered that I forgot to turn on reverse motor direction, which is always exciting when you find that out the hard way. $50 total. Currently, it's at $2 for the flip. Double check motor direction now. Sounds so sexy. Good. 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 Okay. And then we don't need anything in CLI. So this chick is ready to hover test. We got to get to $50 for the flip. We got $20 from Ed Morris. Woo! Thank you very much. That leaves us with just a little bit left to go. All right, let's double check receiver here. It's ready. All right, if you want to see the flip, gotta make it happen now. I'm gonna start putting props on. $22, so half flip. I'll just roll it over and land it on the couch upside down. We're halfway there. Dude, those LEDs are blinding. Like I've got like these like green spots. Also, Invisiquad. That doesn't get old. Oh man, I'm a kid. All right, and I'm putting these like crappy props on. I put crappy smaller props on than usual when I'm hover testing. Thank you again, Ed. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. And then that way, if something goes horribly wrong, I'm not out nice props. Woo! White Noise FPV with another $20. Just paid back my RaceWire purchases. We only need $8 more. Can we see $8? And we will flip this craziness inside, breaking all the things. Do not fly until you calibrate your endpoints. Don't need to on D-Shot. Oh, here we can go back to this mode. Another $10 from Kevin. We got $52. We're doing indoor flips. My wife is gonna kill me. This is not good. All right. We're doing it. Hold on a sec. Hold on. I gotta finish putting these props on. Where is my prop tool? There we go. White Noise is the man. You know it. I think he thinks I'm gonna break something. I'm actually pretty good line of sight. That's 2 1/10 of a flip. Rip, wife. Update receiver. It's up to date. Scott, thank you so much for another $10. No horizon mode. No horizon mode. It'll be manual. I already turned off the accelerometer. Okay. We got prop direction correct. Dang, this thing is sexy. Actually, I like it with those orange props on there. All right. Oh, man. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, just reminds me, I need to do one more thing. So I've got these little, like, I don't even know what these are, but they're like little sticky pads that create like battery grips. And so I'm just gonna put these on really quick. Might as well not eject a battery doing dumb shit in the house. Rubicon Cube. You want me to do a stall flip or something? Is that what you're saying? If you could find a box car you could flip in a living room. So does it have to be a flip or can I do a roll? Like, I don't care either way, I guess, but I would prefer to do a roll. Or is it, I gotta flip the bitch. $100 a tiny weapon to your wife while she's sleeping. Well, she's at work right now, so that's not gonna happen. Maddie flip it. At $100 they'll fly into the TV. $1,000 they'll fly into the TV. I gotta get a new TV if we do that. I don't like the square batteries for bottom mount, but it's just what I have charged, so. Alright. I guess we'll just continue using this cam. So bear with me, I've got to rearrange some things here. So this might be like loud or something. I don't even know. We paid for a flip, alright. Sounds like it has to be a flip. That is fine. That's only fair. Diagonal? No. You did not pay for a diagonal, Kevin. You can see behind the scenes now. So this is just my living room. Try to get that kind of reasonable. Alright. Alright. Bad decisions. Turn this light around so it's not blinding you and we can see more that way. Oh gosh. Can I move the coffee table? I'm moving the coffee table. Hold on. To watch. Okay. Are you guys ready for the most exciting part of the stream? Kira, you're going to be in the way. Hold on. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. Yeah. Power lift the table. No. Okay, let's do it. Kira, go upstairs. Upstairs. Good girl. Okay, here we go. Alright, that was a roll. That was a warm-up roll. Here's the other way. God, those LEDs are so bright. I'm going blind. Alright, here we go. Front flip. Alright. Here's the front flip. And here's the backflip. Woo! There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you build a mini quad on the internet for a bunch of strangers for no good reason other than to say that you did. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you build the ShenDrones. Shoot, I forgot the name. Gordo. Oh, here, let me turn this around so that we got the light getting. There we go. I'll go to sponsor cam here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the FPV Livestream. I hope that you were entertained tonight on your Monday night. This is the kind of stuff we do all the time here at, what is that? At the FPV Livestream. We do this kind of thing all the time. We hover stuff indoors. We break stuff. We burn stuff. We make explosions. Maybe we'll light some lipos on fire sometime here in the near future, but you guys make it happen. Your donations, you're buying the stuff from the links down below. Like if you guys ever, are shopping for something, you know what you want, even if it's not something that is listed below, click this link and it will take you over to that site. And if you buy something from that link on that site, I still get a little bit of kickback. Doesn't cost you anything. It takes 2 seconds to click the link. I really appreciate it if you can make that happen for me. Now, if you're interested in the ShenDrones Gordo, you should definitely go check it out. Thanks to ShenDrones for sending this one out. You just saw it roll, backflip, flip in the living room. I'm going to get a huge earful from the wife, and it's your fault. Yours. Right there. But that can't happen unless you support this channel by donating, by clicking affiliate links, by continuing to ask questions, sharing, liking, subscribing, all of those things. Now, this pitch is over because nobody really likes seeing any of that. Thank you so much for stopping by this episode of the FPV Livestream. Thank you so much for your patronage and your support. Let's see you again, hopefully in a week or two, with another build. Why am I talking like this? Everybody, have an awesome night, and stay flying.